Hi there guys, as promised, I'm just going to talk you through a styling option of Room Refresh. It's a simple, pain-free, cost-free way of just changing things up. I don't know whether you remember or if I talked about it in my IGTVs, but it's used within the fashion, within shops, within retails, and what it does, visual merchandisers will go around sort of every few days and totally refresh what they have in the shop. It's a way of keeping things fresh, new, exciting. Sometimes you can walk past something and you don't see the wood through the trees, you just don't see it at all. But by moving it into a completely different position, all of a sudden, this item or this item of clothing becomes alive again. It's a brilliant way of just, you may walk past an item that you have in your home 20 times a day and not realise it's there because you become used to seeing it. By picking it up, putting it in a completely different place, you then make that item stand out, and then you then appreciate it and you think, wow, I completely forgot I had that. That looks amazing there. I'm constantly moving things around, constantly shifting things, because again, it is a way of making things stand out again in your home. I don't know whether you can see, but I've put up my wire curtain lights, my copper wire curtain lights. They were from Festive Lights last year, so I put those up. You can't see, I won't put them on now because it's too early in the day and it's too bright, so you won't see them. But some people call it faffing. I call it a room refresh because faffing, you could sort of go around and buy things, but there's no need. Maybe if you want to go and pick a bit of foliage to add to the room. But my pictures, I'm constantly moving them around, not for Instagram purposes, but for the purpose of making them come alive, making them stand out. Some pieces will stay in their place, but at the moment, because the house is sort of not even half renovated, I'm able to faff and to show you the many, many different ideas that you can bring to your home. Simple techniques that don't cost anything, but just mean, you having fun with your interiors, really, because it shakes things up a bit and, you see things again. All of a sudden, something becomes refreshed. So, by walking around a house, even just by picking up one object and sort of putting it in a different position, you'll then begin to realise how, this can affect your environment and how it can affect the things that you have, pots, pictures, ornaments. I mean, I'm a big lover, actually, of large prints on the floor. I've moved the Welcome to the City of Champions in front of my big hall cupboard. It was sort of in the long, narrow corridor to the family room, but I've moved it here because, it then brings sort of the place alive again. It brings the print alive again because I can walk past it in the corridor so many times and not appreciate it, but there it stands out. It's a bit of a statement. So that is the whole point of a simple room refresh, is to just mix up what you have, move it around, be a bit playful with it, see how it affects your environment. Because this hallway, gosh, I can get so many different looks out of this hallway just by moving my plants. So I've just walked into the door. I've shut the door because the sun is down the end on the Xbox, and sometimes the language can be a little bit colourful, which I don't like to hear, and I'm sure you wouldn't. So that's why I've just walked into the door. But yeah, this hallway can have so many different looks, and it's not, I suppose it is quite a big hallway, and we do have the slants of, the massive ceiling up there. I can't really play around too much with that wall, putting prints up, because A, I need a blooming step ladder to get up there, and B, not too sure if I've got anything big enough to sort of stand out and make a bit of an impact. And secondly, it's really, really hard to sort of photograph for you guys to appreciate. But so this is, you know, the other side of the room that we have here. Just by moving my boots, again, it's, you know, they act as a vase, but it just totally lifts and changes the room. If you look back through my posts, you'll see how much this hallway is just altered slightly, not a lot, but just the positioning of the plants just sort of takes it to a different level, really. That's the pool room. That's where the teenagers. Gosh, I had 7 teenagers in the house yesterday. My God. Oh, at least we survived. I'm going to hit the gin in a minute. So yeah, going back to the room refresh, pick things up. It's cheap. You don't have to spend a penny. You really don't have to spend a penny. You just play around with what you've got, see what it looks like in a different place. I mean, I've got spaniels, you know, I've got kids running up and down the hall, but I would still put things on the floor. And it's their job not to knock them over. I'm not going to use or style our environment in such a way because of the teenagers and because of the dogs. They will have to learn to be a bit careful around the space, because this is how I like, you know, the styling to be. This is my organic. I've been watching Escape to the Chateau, and I'm totally hooked. Totally hooked. So I do need to buy myself a chateau with Mr. K. That will never happen, because I'm still waiting on Barnard Georgian House. That will never happen. But yeah, it's just having fun and doing what you want. You know, there's no rules with interiors. There's no rules to say that you can't have your prints on your floor. There's no rules to say that you can't move your stuff around your house over and over again. The sitting room, hopefully, is going to be started with the plastering on Wednesday. He has promised to come on Wednesday to begin replastering. But this is a copper star that Mr. K made a while ago for me. It's quite big. As you can see, there's the pew and the fiddle leaf. You know, it's quite a big. I think he made it out of soldering copper wire. I'm not too sure. But I'm either going to wrap some foliage around it or some lights around it. But again, you know, foliage leaves I can pick up outside, that's not a problem. And it's just moving it around the house, creating different effects, and just having fun, really. I love having fun with interiors. So here I've had a little bit of a play around as well. The pictures have gone up on the wall. The fire basket, the log basket, is back in front. Obviously, I'm still sitting on my pew, but, you know, hey ho, if the plaster's going to come this week, then I don't mind. So the pots have been put there because I like the effect. Again, it's doing stuff, it's moving things around, having a simple refresh of what you like, and basically putting it where you like, and just, you know, bringing it back to life, seeing what you think. So yeah, a cheap, simple, effective styling option is the room refresh. So go and give it a go, have a bit of fun, and see what difference it makes within your environment. And like I say, it doesn't cost a thing. It's just a bit of your time, moving things, bringing things up to the surface, making them shine again. And then if you want to move them in a week, few days, then you move it. It's entirely, you know, up to you. So that's styling option, an easy, quick one. You can do it before friends turn up, family turn up, have a bit of a play, a quick move around. So right, that's it. 9 minutes now, so I think I'm going to go because one of the kids is probably going to come down. And I look forward to hearing what you think about this quick and easy option for you. Okay, have a good Sunday, guys, and enjoy your Sunday roast if you're having one. Bye.